Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're making pepper, steak, and rice, and if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video. This recipe is amazing and beginner friendly. I'm gonna link everything down below. Now let's get into this recipe. First, you're gonna need white rice. You're gonna go ahead and add 1.5 cups to her measuring cup. And then you're gonna go ahead and rinse your rice. This just removes the starch from the rice. It gives it a better texture and it doesn't dry out as fast while cooking. After we rinse the rice, we're gonna go ahead and pour it into a medium pot. And then she's gonna go ahead and add 3 cups of water. Then we're gonna top it off a lid and let it go for 15 minutes. Next is your meat. We use flank steak this time. This video took a little bit longer because the meat took so long to thaw out, so it delayed our process. So if you have flank steak, make sure you give it a few hours for it to thaw out. And when cutting the flank steak, make sure you cut against the grain because if not, it won't be tender. She is just cutting the steak into small, thin little slices, probably a little bit smaller than she's cutting right now. And then you're gonna go ahead and rinse your meat with cold water. After you rinse your meat, you're going to go ahead and pat your meat dry. The reason why you want to do this is because when it's time to cook, it's less steam, and then you won't have to get popped so much while it's cooking as well. Next is our veggies. We're going to go ahead and cut those up. You want to cut them up into smaller, skinnier pieces. You just cut that off easily, and then you can just scrap it. Next, she's going to cut up her onions. You don't need a lot of onions. She just cut a few slices and then added them to the bowl. Next is grating your ginger. Quick tip on when you're grating your ginger, you kind of want to stay in the same place. You don't want to go all over the place because 9 times out of 10, all that ginger you just grated will still be in the grater itself. So make sure you stay in the same fine line. After you're done, this is how much ginger you should have. After about 15 minutes, your rice is done. Next, she's going to take 6 garlic cloves and then put it inside the Ninja and let it run for about literally a second. After that, she's gonna go ahead and empty it out into a bowl. Now back to our meat, we're gonna go ahead and put some olive oil on there. Then we're gonna add some onion salt. Then she's gonna add some black pepper. Then she's gonna add some salt. And then she's gonna mix everything together with her hands. After that, your meat is ready to go in the pan. Put it on medium heat on a cast iron and just throw it in after it starts smoking. Now you don't need to oil your pan simply because you already have oil on your meat, so you can just go ahead and cook it. We're gonna cook our meat for about 6 to 7 minutes. We're gonna gradually add a few ingredients in. We're gonna add some olive oil first. This is what it should look like halfway through. And this is when your meat is almost done. We're gonna add our garlic and our ginger to the pot. And then you're gonna quickly stir everything together because you don't want the ginger or the garlic to burn. And then we're gonna add 1 cup of chicken broth. Now you're gonna need 1 cup of soy sauce and 3 teaspoons of cornstarch. The cornstarch that goes into the soy sauce tastes better and it tastes thicker. After that, you're gonna stir everything thoroughly together. You might need a whisk because cornstarch, trying to mix it together with soy sauce can be a challenge. After everything's stirred together, you're gonna go ahead and pour the mixture in. After you stir everything together, you're gonna let it sit so it can thicken, and then you can add your veggies. After that, you're gonna stir everything together. Then we're gonna go ahead and add a little bit of chicken broth just to thin it out just a tiny bit. Then we're gonna go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And you're gonna go ahead and stir everything together and make sure the brown sugar broke down. And then you're going to top it off a lid and let it cook for a few more minutes. After that, you're going to add some chili peppers if you want a little spice or a little kick to it. And then you're done after this. As you can see, this recipe is super easy to make and it's beginner friendly. I'm going to post the shorts right after I post this. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Thank you guys so much for everyone who's been subscribing. We love you guys so much and we'll see you guys in the next video.